Hello everyone and welcome to Jerry Stamps. Over the last few weeks I've been thinking about, my collections and all that kind of thing. And it got me thinking, what collection can you actually get in one stock book, sort of a full run? So I did a bit of research and things and I found out that you can do it with Malta. So yesterday I went to Bridlington, to my favourite little shop, and I bought this for £7 because it had Malta stamps on the front, as you can see, which I've just realised are upside down. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take them all out and show you what's inside. So this one is the first page. And as we can see, there are some quite nice mint Malta stamps there. There's also, the odd used one as well. But I decided on Malta because I do have some Maltese stamps. And I bought these to, add to them. Because I got rid of a lot of my Malta ones for another stamp album that I actually sold. So that's those ones. This is the next one. So we've got some self-government overprints there. I do quite like the overprints there. I do particularly like this one, the 2D. That's quite a nice one. Moving down, we have these, which are mint by the looks of things. Now, as most of you probably know, I'm not too fussed whether, stamps are mint or used or whatever, but, I will replace them with a mint one if I do happen to have one. I do like these as well. These are nice. There we have this one. Royal Visit, 1954. So this is going to be my sort of main project for a while now. For this year is just the Malta collection. I'm still doing the Canadian one, but I'm just writing notes up for that at the moment. So I'll stick with Malta, and I might change it, later on in the year to another country. But for now, it's going to be Malta, and we'll just see how it goes. So this is the next page. Yeah, I do like some of these stamps. Oops, this one's particularly nice. Do excuse the wobbly camera there. Those are quite. I do like the designs on some of the Maltese stamps, like the 3D one there on the far left. That's quite nice. And then there's a nice one of an aircraft there. Yeah, quite nice stamps, those. Now, as usual with these packs that you get from that shop, they stick in album pages such as these. And, some are full, some have only got a few stamps on, like these 3 here, which I do quite like. Those are quite nice. And we have these on the reverse side as well. But what is helpful is, with these pages especially, is they have the date there, which in 1971. And, it just helps you a little bit when you add them to your own collection. These two are nice. I do like the design of those stamps. Yeah, quite nice, those. Now, as you all know with my videos, I don't go too much into history, and that, I like the history, but for me, it's more about the collecting, the designs, the artwork, that kind of thing. That's what attracts me to stamps, rather than the history, even though I do like the history. That's a nice, unusual design there. So I just like to, to look at them and collect them and learn a little bit about the history, but I'm not, sort of mad about it or anything like that. For me, it's more the designs, the artwork, and the just the collecting of them, which I find very you know interesting. Like these, for instance, I like the sort of nice colours, stuff like that. And I also like interesting stamps like tax stamps, which I'm going to collect later on in the year, perhaps, and other sorts of stamps you can get, law ones, for instance, stuff like that. That's a nice one. Yeah, I haven't made any videos for a while. Life gets in the way, as it does with all of us, I suppose, at some time. And things have been difficult, with my mum passing and sorting all that out. And I have to look after my brother now as well at times because he's got a disability. So, that takes up some time as well. And, my own personal problems. So, not always easy to do videos and stamp collecting and that kind of thing at the moment. But yesterday, I just thought, nope, I'm going to go to Bridlington. So my brother and I went and had a nice day. The weather wasn't particularly great. It was a bit dull, but, never mind. We enjoyed chips and, on the seafront there. And then a nice stroll around. And me, I can't resist going into a stamp shop. So I saw this pack, and there is another one I might show you today if I've got enough time. So I'll just keep quiet now and get on with it. I do like these three at the top here. I think these are really nice stamps. Semi-postals, apparently, these are. Those are nice. Do let me know if you collect Malta stamps too. Or if you do have a nice collection on YouTube, point me in the right direction and I'll watch your video. That's it for that page. This is just a little bit of paper with some stamps on. I may already have these, but, never mind. I can always give them to a fellow collector. Yeah, black and white one's interesting. Oh, these ones are from Montserrat. Those are not bad. These two are quite nice. There's a 1D and a 4D there. Do like those. Knights of Malta. Oh yes, I've heard about those. Please do let me know if there's any Maltese stamps I should be looking out for. Any that are interesting, Or if you see anything that I might have in my collection that's interesting. So I don't know that much about the Maltese stamps at the moment. No, I do like these two stamps at the top here. These are nice. So we have that one, the 2D. And that one, the 10D. Those are quite nice. 1971. Moving down. Oh, hang on a sec. Naughty stamps decided to move away. So there we have a nice 5D. With a nice bird on there. And some nice plants. Moving down. This looks like a set. Not sure what those are. I'll have to do a little bit of investigating and find out what they are. These are the coin stamps. Do like those. And Wolfie, if you're watching, some Maltese coins for you. I know you used to collect coins. Those are nice. Some more Maltese stamps. The 3-cent one there on the left is quite nice. Some I don't know what they are. They're a little bit weird, aren't they? But quite nice. And then we have this set. Do like the 8M one there. with the harbour scene. That's quite nice. There's some interesting stamps on there. That's just some that have fallen off some of the other pages. Right, there was also this Malaysia first day cover in there, and from 1996. It's got some nice stamps on there. Don't really collect first day covers myself, but it's still quite a nice one. And then there's just an assortment of stamps there, as you can see, underneath a German first day cover. Then we have this nice set of Canadian Christmas stamps. And as you all know, if you've been watching my videos, I collect Canada. Got quite a large collection of Canadian stamps. So those will be handy for that. This is I'm not sure what this is, to be honest. Don't think it's a first day cover. It's quite nice. Flora of Cook's Voyage. Yeah, quite a nice thing. Some, excuse me, some there from St. Helena there. Some more loose stamps there, on top of two more German first day covers. Now this I did find interesting. This seems to be the printing stages for this stamp, but I'm not too sure. If anybody knows any different or knows anything about this, then please do let me know. But it's of a Lancaster. And, yeah, quite interesting that. I do like that. Staying with the aircraft theme, got this mini sheet with all these aeroplanes on it. Now my other brother is interested in aircraft from World War One, World War Two, and then my other brother, because I have two brothers, he's more into his jets, so he'll like the ones down here. I personally like most aircraft, to be honest, whether it's World War One or modern. I quite like the airliners too. Like the 747s and A380s and all that kind of thing. But those are quite nice. Some more, some more Canadian stamps. These are all mint, but unfortunately they are stuck down, so I'm going to have to soak those off. Bit of information there. But those are quite nice. Some more loose stamps from various countries. And then we have this from South Africa, which is quite nice. Or Southwest Africa. And this from Kampala in Uganda. First day of issue. That's quite nice. Do like that. And then this is quite nice. First day of issue. Australian Antarctic Territory, which is another favourite country of mine. Quite nice. You get the stamp there, and then I suppose it's like a postcard or a card of the actual painting there, which is quite nice. And then we have this block of 8 stamps from Montserrat. Those are quite nice. I'll just go in closer so you can have a look. Yep, those are quite nice. Next we have these rather nice Falkland Island stamps. Someone's very handily wrote "stuck" there. These are quite nice. HMS Fitzroy there. And another stamp. There's an interesting little letter there. It's got stamps Forces Air Mail there. And then Air Dispatch Squadron. So that's quite interesting. It's got a post stamp there, Singapore Airport. Then we can see the stamp there. So yeah, that's quite an interesting one. Sorry about the glare on these. I'll see if I can... That's a bit better. Now these are supposed to have a floor on them. A ring floor on the A of anniversary. Now personally I can't see it myself. I'll have to have a look under a magnifying glass. Let's just see if we can... No, can't see it myself, but anyway, it does say it's there, so I'll investigate that, a bit better. And there we are, it does say ring floor below the A of anniversary. It doesn't say which one, but never mind. So that's that. Then we have some more Falkland Island stamps. These are the Falkland Island dependencies. That's quite an interesting, the other transatlantic expedition there. Yeah, those are quite nice. And then lastly, just a few stamps that they usually stick in, to bulk it out a little bit. Nothing too spectacular in there, I don't think. So that's it for that one. And for this video, I'll upload the other one another day. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.